Let's experience the magic of German Christmas markets and the charm of the Czech Republic together. Mark your calendars because my next group trip is going to launch in just 4 days on August 5th. Hello, servus, and welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is Feli. I'm originally from Munich, Germany. Spent the last 9 years living in Cincinnati, Ohio, but I actually moved back to my hometown Munich last year with my husband Ben, and we can't wait to show you guys the beauty of Germany and the Czech Republic this Christmas because we're officially hosting another Christmas market group trip this year. We actually organized 2 Christmas market trips last year, and they were both absolutely amazing. One led us from Munich to Salzburg and then Vienna. I even filmed a video during that trip showing you guys everything you need to know about German Christmas markets. I'll link that up here and down below for you guys. And then the second trip went from Berlin all the way to Prague. And because those are places that Ben and I don't get to visit a whole lot, we decided to do the exact same itinerary again this year because those places were truly magical. So we'll start out in Berlin, Germany's capital, which is one of the most fascinating cities in Germany and in Europe in general because it has so much history, both connected to World War II, but also to the time when Germany was divided and half of Berlin belonged to the GDR. And Berlin also has beautiful Christmas markets. Then we'll take a 2-hour train ride down to Dresden in eastern Germany. Dresden was heavily destroyed during World War II, but they rebuilt Old Town, and it's one of the most beautiful places I've ever been to. Dresden is also known for having the oldest Christmas market in all of Germany, the Striezelmarkt, and they're famous for Dresdner Stollen, which is a very typical pastry we eat around Christmas time in Germany. Then we'll take a private bus over to the Czech Republic. But before we cross the border, we'll stop in the German village of Seiffen. They're known for their traditional wooden toy industry. And last year, I think our group purchased like half the village. There are just so many shops that sell handmade Christmas decor, such as the Schwibbögen and the pyramids, but also just little ornaments. And I think most of the stores even offered direct shipping to the US so that people didn't have to squeeze everything into their luggage. Then after the shopping and wandering around the village, we'll get back on the bus and make our way to the Czech town of Karlovy Vary, or in German this place used to be called Karlsbad. Last year was my first time there and I immediately fell in love with it. It's a famous spa town and has been a popular destination for the European aristocracy for centuries. It's even been named a World Heritage Site, and the James Bond movie Casino Royale was shot at the Grand Hotel pub there. Because it's a spa town, we have an optional activity that you can add to your booking to visit the sauna thermal bath in the evening. And then in the morning, we'll take the bus to one of the most beautiful cities in the world, and that is Prague. We'll be visiting some of the Christmas markets there, but of course also explore the city together. And because Pilsner beer was actually invented in the Czech Republic, we added an optional activity for a Pilsner beer tour to the itinerary. Last year, some of our travelers also went to a beer spa, which they all loved. So much for the itinerary. Now for the dates, the trip will take place from November 27th to December 4th of 2026. So it's a total of 8 days, including arrival and departure day, and we'll be staying at 4-star hotels throughout the trip. Booking will open this upcoming Wednesday, August 5th at 1 p.m. Eastern, 10 a.m. Pacific time, 7 p.m. Central European time. But you can already check out the trip details now at the link down below and sign up for email notifications so that you get a reminder before the trip officially launches on Wednesday. In the past, our group trips always sold out pretty quickly, so if you want to come, I'd recommend to be quick after booking opens. And if you don't get a spot right away, definitely sign up for the wait list because cancellations can always happen and then you might get a spot after all. Now, the main focus of the trip will be Christmas markets, of course. There will be lots of delicious food and drinks such as mulled wine, but they also have mulled beer and other hot drinks at many of the stands nowadays. Hot chocolate, of course, and lots of delicious food from Bratwurst to crepe to Flammkuchen to roasted almonds to chimney cake. There's so much to try. And then, of course, there are lots of stands with beautiful Christmas decorations, ornaments, and other handmade products that make for great Christmas presents. But we'll also be able to get plenty of sightseeing in. We'll visit the Zwinger Palace in Dresden, for example, and walk through the old towns of the cities. One of the most asked questions is always, who can come on my group trips? Can I come as a single single traveler? Can I come if I'm over 60? Can I come with my best friend or my partner? Generally speaking, everyone is welcome on this trip, and as long as you're over 18, it really doesn't matter how old you are. We've had people in their 20s in the past, but also people in their 70s. What is important for this trip though is that you're physically able to be on your feet a lot and walk several miles a day, because we'll be standing and walking at the Christmas markets, we'll be walking all over the cities, so you should be physically fit enough for that, and definitely bring your walking shoes. Christmas markets don't typically have any seating, it's mostly just standing tables. So keep that in mind, and then also be prepared to be in large crowds, because Christmas markets get very busy. And I know that's not for everyone, so just a heads up. In terms of dietary preferences, that's not usually an issue. I myself am vegetarian, for example, and that's never been a problem in Germany. And nowadays, even being vegan is pretty easy to accommodate here. And yes, you're more than welcome to come on the trip by yourself. That's one of the great things about a group trip. Even if you book alone, you definitely won't be alone, because we'll all be together. But of course, you're also welcome to come on the trip with your partner, spouse, friend, sibling, etc. The standard rooms are double occupancy, so if you're alone, you'll be staying with another single traveler from the group, or you can also request a single room at an upcharge. And of course, you can join us from anywhere in the world, really. On my past group trips, most travelers were from the US, but that's really not a requirement. As long as you speak English, you can really join from anywhere in the world. So long story short, as long as you're nice, interested in exploring new places together, and physically fit enough, we would love to have you as part of the group. Now let's talk about costs. Unfortunately, with Christmas markets becoming more and more popular, and because we upgraded to 4-star hotels this year, the price has gone up a little since last year, but the first 8 people who book will get $100 off. Now this includes all of the hotels on the trip, the transportation, the scheduled activities, breakfast, 2 dinners, and of course our German tour guide, who will be with us 24/7. What's not included is your flights, or however you'll make your way to Berlin, as well as airport transfers and travel insurance. To secure your spot, you're required to put 25% off the booking price down, and then the rest of the payment will be due in a few weeks at the end of August. If you guys have any questions, please feel free to ask me in the comment section below. I'll also be answering questions on my Instagram and Facebook page in the next few days, so be sure to follow me there and check out my story posts. I truly can't wait to do this trip again. I know that it's gonna be so much fun. So if you're interested, get ready to book your spot on August 5th at 1 p.m. Eastern, 10 a.m. Pacific time. You can find all of the information at the link down below. That's also where you can sign up for email updates, and that's also where you'll be able to book the trip once it goes live. And with that, I hope that I'll see you guys in Germany in December. Tschüss!